Who's on first? Identifying your incident response team. IR, when you see it in the slides, is incident response. It is important to have a team. No one person can handle this, and it is very important to note that this is not an IT problem. If something goes down, this is not an IT issue. It's an everybody problem. CISA recommends that you ensure that your key incident response team members are effectively trained. Train all staffing resources so that so everyone can lend a hand, and conduct regular recovery exercises to test full organizational continuity of operation plans. So who's on your team? This is really important. If you are downloading it and you only are going to have one slide that you print out, this might be the one along with phone numbers for each of these people.
Mm-hmm.
Team leader. The team leader drives and coordinates all the incident response team activity and keeps the team focused on minimizing damage and recovering quickly. In an ECC, this could easily be the ECC director. The lead investigator. This will often, if it's a computer breach, be the IT team that collects and analyzes all the evidence, determines root cause, directs the other security analysts, and implements rapid system and service recovery.
It could also just be someone who leads the IT team.
Right.
Someone less technical.
Right.
Having someone in charge of this branch who can call the shots on this particular sub branch of the roles and responsibilities is important. It doesn't necessarily have to be someone technical.
Right. Communications lead. And we will go through this later, but it is important to have one voice in this. And they speak for the group, both internally when talking to your staff and externally when talking to political resources or newspapers, et cetera. And don't kid yourself, if an ECC goes down, that's news. That's not people doing gotcha, that's news.
Mm-hmm.
So you need a communications lead. Documentation and timeline lead. We will talk about this later, but if it's not written down, it didn't happen. This is like the ultimate of the internet meme, pics or it didn't happen. Documentation or it didn't happen. You've got to document everything because you need to be able to go back through it and learn lessons from it. HR and legal representation. So one, a breach might develop into criminal charges, but two, more likely, it could require disclosure. ECCs have personally identifiable information, and most states have laws, and it is likely that nationally we will have a law within the next 3 years or so that require disclosure of breaches of personally identifiable information. If that gets lost, you have to tell people. It's essential to have legal and HR guidance and participation.
Yeah, and you see, like, especially the comm lead, the documentation timeline lead, the HR and legal representation, they all have to work together to meet these reporting requirements, and they're all going to have their own focus. So it's important to understand, and that's why it comes back to communication, right? Making sure that communication is flowing through this process when nerves are at their highest.